You didn't want to get involved in the Ukraine conflict militarily for obvious reasons. Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes.
You are.
That's the commitment we made.
Breaking this morning, President Biden says the U.S. military is ready to respond if China invades Taiwan.
Congressman Michael Waltz is a member of the House Armed Services Committee and former Green Beret commander. Congressman, breaking news this morning. Nobody better to have on than you to discuss it. I want to get your reaction to these remarks and also a clarification. The White House says it's not a change in policy, but it sure feels like it.
Hey, Griff. Yeah, actually, I welcome the president's strong language right on China's doorstep as he's meeting with the new Japanese prime minister. I was then going to say, but I hope the White House doesn't come around and try to clean it up. It sounds like they already are. And that kind of ambiguity isn't helpful. We need to make it very clear to China that invading Taiwan, which will then allow China to control about 50% of global trade and GDP, isn't acceptable. And we need to move away from that policy of strategic ambiguity that we've had for years and make it very clear because, Griff, deterrence failed. Let's be clear. Deterrence failed in Ukraine. We did not deter Putin from invading his neighbor and leveling whole cities. Yes, we're having a tough response, but it's a day late and a dollar short. We can't wait until Taipei, the capital of Taiwan, is leveled, much like Mariupol is now, to then have a tough response. So we need that tough talk up front, and I hope his staff doesn't try to come around and muddy the water.
Well, we got the muddy in the water just moments after he tried to talk tough. Like Griff mentioned, like you mentioned, this is the second time this has happened. And this is on the heel, Congressman, of the debacle in Afghanistan and, quite frankly, the fact that we did not arm the Ukrainians at the outset when we should have. Instead, we're funneling money in after the fact. Combine all this together. Is all of this happening? Is this potential problem that we could face in China all a result of the weakness that Biden has demonstrated throughout the first year and a half of his administration?
Well, on top of that, the Biden administration just sent to Congress a defense budget that only accounted for a 3 to 4% inflation figure. So when you actually talk about buying power of the Defense Department, they're going backwards, guys. You know, the Navy right now is retiring 24 ships and only buying 9. Meanwhile, the Chinese Navy is larger than ours and on track to be double the size of the U.S. Navy in the next 5 years. They're outbuilding us in brand new ships 5 to 1. Their Space Force is launching more into space than us and the rest of the world combined. This is the last thing we need in terms of a defense cut. Right now. But this inflation thing, I mean, you're talking billions of dollars of buying power that the military is losing.
Well, Congressman, the president also making some unwanted news, saying in the same span of time that the U.S. is not inevitable. It's not inevitable that we will have a recession. It comes as Americans are paying $4.59 this morning for gas headed into a holiday weekend. Your reaction to that?
Yeah, well, I think, I guess Biden's listening to the same 17 economists he's been citing for over a year now, the ones who said Build Back Better would actually help inflation and help the economy. Look, Americans, you can't hide from this. Americans are feeling it. They're trying to go on some kind of vacation after 2 years of lockdown, and every time they spend over $100 per tank of gas, you know, they've got that little sticker in their mind, Biden did this, because he did do this. Energy costs and transportation costs are the largest driver of inflation. They were there well in place as soon as he shut down that Keystone pipeline and all of the federal leases and the drilling in Alaska and on down the list, and told all of the woke companies in Wall Street, don't invest in oil and gas. This isn't Putin. This is Biden.
And it's scary. And who are these 17 economists? Congressman, I don't think we will ever know. But we know who you are, Congressman Michael Waltz. We appreciate your time and insight as always. Thank you very much.